Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Els coming from bmascraftycorner, and this is my corner. How's everybody doing? Good morning, Miss Arlene. Wow, what a day. Let me get some allergy pills. Hey, that's kicking. They're all the way in the back, of course. There we go. I got them. Oh, how the hell is everybody? Oh my God. I have like 5 DEF CONs coming over. Well, 4 more. So I'm going to have 5 DEF CONs. So yesterday, when I found this out at about 3:30 in the afternoon, you asleep behind me? Go take a nap, baby. Go on, go take a nap. I can't live if living is without you. I'm kidding. Go take a nap. Hi, Miss Michelle. There's Harry. So at about 3:30 yesterday, I found out, I knew that Lily was coming. And I was like, I really want to kind of get this bed straightened out and organized and get this room, kind of picked up for Lily. Because she's little. She's not little, but she's little. That's different. Spam Indian, SVG. So, Buggy and I hit it hard yesterday. And I actually showed Michelle some pictures. She saw some of the before and afters. I had to tear Sandy's room completely apart and pack it all up because she's not coming back. And I've known this for like a month, and I've just been lazy, really lazy. But I wanted to kind of get it done before Hubber leaves because I don't want him thinking that I'm doing it while he's gone. And if I do any of it while he's gone, I don't want to fall down or injure myself and be the only one in the house. So Buggy was here. He came over specifically this weekend to do it. And to put up Halloween decorations, which they're going to do when his brother gets here. So I knew Lily was coming because she's over at her Auntie Alex's house this weekend. And since Buggy's over here, she's going to come over here. And so I had this huge mess in Sandy's old room. Because when the other one left, she dumped a bunch of stuff on Sandy. So there was a bunch of her stuff in Sandy's room, not organized in any way, just kind of bleh. Yeah. So I have found stacks, and I'm still finding them. I still have boxes in the garage that belong to the other one that I haven't been able to go through yet. So, and every place I look, I'm finding more colored, more dyed paper. So yesterday, and we worked till probably 10 o'clock last night. Me and Buggy, and I got to tell you, he's a trooper. He's got something going on with his amputated finger. It's infected at the tip, which we knew was a possibility because of the way the amputation was done. And so he had a little brace on it, and he was like one of those little cap things that goes over the top. And So finally at about 7 o'clock last night, he was like, pop this thing. So I took my, you know, I don't know what the hell they call those things. You know, the thing for when I'm checking my blood. And I was like, it's not going to hurt. And like, boom, boom, done. Not like you're going to watch me put a needle in. I popped it. Gross. Put some antibiotics, cleaned it up, put some antibiotics on it, rewrapped it. And then we continued working. So we managed to move 2 filing cabinets out of this room into that room, back to that room where they were originally. Yeah, I feel like I'm moving them from room to room, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like playing a freaking game. Yes, a Lancet, thank you. I'm telling you, my brain's not working right now. And so we managed to get that room semi-organized, at least to a point where all of the heavy stuff is in there, so that over the next week or so, I can, on my own, be able to move things around and get things done and get it set up the way that I want it and need it to be set up. And I wanted to get all of the craft stuff, that sale stuff, out of Buggy's room, out of the kids' room, and into that room so that the kids could be in their room and have all the space that they need. So we managed to move the dresser. We got the bed moved. We got the desk moved over because Buggy wanted a desk in his room. So we put a desk in there. He didn't like I have an antique secretary desk. He didn't like that one. He wanted a real desk. So he's got the real desk in there. Moved everything around. Hi, Miss Christine. And got all that done. And like I said, sometime around 10 o'clock last night, we finished moving the last of the 2 full filing cabinets. These things had to weigh 300 pounds. Buggy, bless his soul. I got to tell you, Buggy is my youngest grandson. He is 6 foot 1 inch tall, weighs about 160, 170 pounds, and the boy's pure muscle. Except for that little pokey belly that I like to poke, because it's kind of like, you know, the Pillsbury Doughboy. Boop, boop, boop. And but he's my boy. He loves his grandma and grandpa, and he's here every weekend he can be. I'm going to fair on Friday. They're going to be at the fair. He's like, I already told Mom I'm going to come get you at the gate, and I'm going to spend the day with you, because that's the way he is, you know. And he's just sweet as pie, and he's so freaking cute. Yeah, he's my boy. He's my boy. He's on the spectrum, and he's a little immature. He's almost 14 years old and relates better to like 8, 9, and 10-year-olds than he does to kids his own age. But that's okay. You know, it's okay, because he's the bug, and we love him. So he's been here. He got here Thursday afternoon, and we just started, and we finished last night at about 10 o'clock. There's still stuff for me to do, but nothing for him to do. And then at 3:30 yesterday, he announces that his brother's coming, and so is Brittany. So, and then probably also, they're not sure yet, but probably also Tristan. So I'm going to be at DEF CON 5 by dinner tonight. So I was like, I got to get this room finished. So we pushed through. That's why I wasn't on last night. I do apologize. Yeah, he is perfect. And I got up this morning, and I came out to make, do my normal routine in the morning. I didn't even really look. I got up, I let the dogs out, I tested my blood, I went outside, I had a cigarette, I looked at my messages. I said, okay, it's 9:20. I need to go to make my breakfast. And I came in and realized Hubbard made banana bread last night. He did not clean up. There were dishes everywhere. So I had to do the dishes. And then I came over here to grab my drink, and found out Harry's tummy was not feeling very well last night, and he puked on the chair. So I had to clean that up. It's okay. Mommy's not mad. Mommy's not mad. I know your tummy was upset. And so I had to clean that up before I could even, sit in my chair. So I didn't get my breakfast made until like almost 10 o'clock. It's like 9:50. So I said, well, I'm going to have to go a little late today. And here we are. Somebody does not feel good. His tummy's upset. That's okay. Mommy's okay with that. Better out than in, right? Yeah. So I have survived. I am dragging ass today, but I have survived. I have huge amounts of stuff to go through. I have more dyed paper than I ever thought possible. I have no idea how there was never enough dyed paper because there's so much of it. I literally have 2 filing cabinets full. Yeah. I woke up this morning and there was a bunch of these on my desk with daubers and stuff because, yes, see, that stuff. Because I found a bunch of them just kind of loose all over the place in Sandy's room. And so I collected them all and put them on my desk. I had about a dozen of them. I have 3. So I think there's 9 somewhere on the floor. Did you play with them? Like me? No, I would never do that, Mommy. Yes, I'm going to sell the damn dyed paper. I'm trying to get it together. I only have 2 days left to do it, but I'm going to do it. Okay, so here's the thing about me. Mike said it yesterday, eloquently. I was like, oh, there's just so much shit to do. I got to get this done. And he's like, and you will, because regardless of what I say to you, regardless of what's going on, you're still going to do it. I am like a dog with a bone. When I get onto something, I get it done. I hate leaving stuff half done. Like, I'm okay if I, like the room, I moved stuff in, and my plan is next week when I have some time, because Hubbard's not going to be here this coming week, I can go in there and do a little at a time. And I'm okay with that because it's all where it needs to be. It's not spread out all over the house. So I'm okay with that. But, and Michelle can attest to this because Michelle saw me do the garage. I annihilate stuff. If I need stuff done, I'm going to strip it down, tear it apart, and then put it back. Because it's just the way I am. I drive Hubbard crazy. When I clean the house, I start at the top. I dust, I clean the glass on the pictures, all that stuff. I wipe the walls down. I just throw all the rags and towels and everything on the floor. Then I move on to the tables and I dust everything and I wax the furniture and all that stuff. I throw the rags all on the floor. So yeah, so like I gotta, and then I go through with a big trash bag and I pick it all up and I vacuum and mop, and it drives Mike crazy because he's like, wipe it down, put it in the trash, wipe it down, put it in the trash. I'm like, no, I will literally kick those piles from one room to the next. Like if I have paper towels in a room and they're on the floor and rags on the floor, I will kick them out of the way and vacuum as I go into the next room and then he's like, well, why do you do that? Just put it in the bag. Because I don't want to drag the bag around, damn it. I just want to get this done. And that's the way I am. I just want to get it done. I'm obsessive. So Yeah, that is why I got that nickname Turbo Troll, because with fire red hair that I had, and I would just zoom, done. You're talking about somebody who can do 15 thrift stores in a day. Half tank of gas, 15 thrift stores one day. There we go. Because it's just the way I am. I've always been that way. Like, if you're going to do something, do it and get it done. Don't futz with it. And yeah, so I had to get it done. And now I have to move on because I have more things to do. And now, apparently, I have to go through all that paper and I have to organize it because, to be honest with you, it's not organized. It's like, $20 sheets of this, 10 sheets of that, 3 sheets of that, 2 sheets of this, 1 sheet of that, and 15 sheets of this, and it's all in one pile, and it got shoved in the drawer. And I open the drawer and go, oh, because y'all know how I keep my paper. It's all organized. And I'm like, ah. So I have to go in there and clean all that up. So we're going to work today for a little bit and hopefully get this signature finished. And then, blink, then, to be honest, I haven't even finished the other one yet. I still have 3 pages left, which is kind of frustrating. Then we're going to put in our holes to do our stitching. We're going to stitch this thing together and finish up our decorating, and hopefully yeah, right. Yeah, I'm going to do some grab bags. I really am. I'm going to like, if I can do it in packs, I will, like 10 sheets for $1 or something like that. If I can. If I can't, like if I have 34 sheets, I'll take those 4 sheets and put them in 4 separate piles, and I'll just keep doing that until I have so much, and we'll call it a grab bag. So you get different colors and different, that kind of thing. I also have like 6 bags of the little pieces, all color coded, like the tickets and the envelopes and the library cards and the card catalog stuff, all of that. There's like bags of that as well. So I'm going to get all that mixed up. But yeah, I'm kind of in the mood of just getting it gone. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bankers boxes out in the garage right now with greeting cards. And they're partially done greeting cards. So like they're baby cards, and they have like teddy bears on the bottom and embossed, says baby embossed in the corner. And so you're supposed to like, finish that and stamp the inside and everything. So those are going to the thrift store because I just can't, there's not enough. There's too many of them to do anything with, but I can't get rid of them otherwise. So yeah, coming soon, my Get It Gone sale. You have trust me. All right, you need to get down now. Yeah, the Harry show is over. Mommy has to work. Come on. Get down. Get down. Thank you. There you go. Okay. All right. Where did we put this thing? Here it is. I have piles of stuff everywhere, guys. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I just offloaded all that on you. But, yeah. So this is not done. This is section C, the signature C. I haven't finished it yet. I will. I promise. I have a stack of stuff on my desk that I need to get out of the way. I need to put it over here on one of these other stacks. I have a gallon bag bulging with washi tape. Yeah, that's where we're at. All right, that is B. All right. So let's get this out. That's our ephemera. We have these washi tape. And paper, so much paper. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is A, and this is going to be our first signature to go in the journal. And we've just, we've done some belly bands, we've done some pockets, we've done some tucks and some pieces. We've done some paper clips. There's a couple of paper clips, I think, in this one. I love this middle spread. I really do. I'm overly attached to this piece. I don't know why. We have some file folders in here. We have some more tucks in here. We have some fabric just for softness, and to appease the rose. And lots of writing space. When you can't figure it out, stagger the pockets. I'm really kind of over the moon with this too. I love this look, and I love him. So that is our A section. We haven't done any of the tag tops. We'll get those done. I just have to get Arlene's box down. And to be honest with you, I cannot bring one more thing down into this area. Yes, ma'am. All right. So C is almost done. This is B. I'm going to put that up there. Remember, it's up and to the right. So we have this. I did this little tuck by taking this die cut and gluing a couple of pieces together just so that it had more density to it. And then we have a nice pocket with a little lifting here. I like the visual interest of a little lift, so we did that. We have one of our paper clips here and another tag in the back. Then we have this little tuck that we did yesterday with this little guy. Isn't he cute? And then, I'm going to have to, yep. This was done with the Xyron, and sometimes it gets a little gooey on the outside. So, there we go. Okay. Then we did this with a little pocket and a little tag. We have a tuck here. This is actually a paper clip. There's a video coming out on that. So we have a nice paper clip. We have one of our little pockets here stacked. I did not glue this one in the middle like I normally do so that I could put a larger piece in it. And then we left off, I did this little side piece over here. I think there's a video on that. Those little side clusters. And then, yeah, see, these, they get, when you do it through the Xyron, if you don't take that off, it kind of gets a little, yeah. So now this was the page we left off on. That's glue from the Xyron. There we go. It comes right off. Okay. So this was the page we left off on. And this is a little tuck, so we can put something in here. I don't have anything in there yet, but we'll figure it out. There'll be something. We're going to take this out. Put this part back in because all of this soft stuff gets in my way. So we can put a little journal card thing in there. It's probably not the one that I'm going to put in there, but that's maybe. It's holding in place for the moment. I think I want this one because it's bigger. Let me cut this out, ink it up, and all that good stuff. All right, for anybody keeping track, we are using black soot. Not because I like his products, but because it's a subtle black. It's not like an in-your-face black like Memento or Stays On. And if you rub it a little bit, it kind of grays up. And I like that. It's a little softer. It's not quite, but All right. So there were some things like this page. I said there needed to be something else. I don't know what it is. There was another one too. I can't remember which one it was, but there was another one. But now I'm okay with them, so I'm gonna let them go. Hi, Miss Mari. So, yeah, wowzer. Seriously, I am just. Physically, I'm okay. Mentally, I'm exhausted. Just exhausted. So much to do. All right, so we have ephemera that we made, and we have all of our cut aparts and stuff over here, and our tags and things. Well, come here, you little cutie. I'm putting him right there. I like it. Okay. I'm going to need a vacation when this is all done. Seriously. Oh. Yes, you read grab bags. They're instigating grab bags. Also, if you've been with me long enough to know, you know. Before a certain someone was in my life, I used to dye paper. And I stopped because that was their primary business, dyeing paper. So I didn't want to compete. I wanted to give that person every opportunity to, for their business to thrive. Not knowing they really weren't going to be running a business. They were just going to casually be doing it when they needed pocket money, basically. And I am going to be dyeing paper again. The first batch is going to go in while Hubbard's out of town. Probably going to be tea. And apparently pink. So if you've been around a long time, you know. If you haven't been around a long time and you've never seen my dyed paper, where you've seen it because I use it here all the time. So this is burnt tea. That's what it looks like. This is my tea. That's the difference between the two. This is what happens when you burn tea, and that is what happens when you don't. Oh, look, the dead has arisen. Good morning, son. Love you.
Hi, everybody.
My boy.
Oh, we got a slice of banana bread.
Okay, you go get some of that nana bread Papa made. You're ironing the paper. Everybody says morning bug hugs.
Morning.
All right, so this is our center. So, it has to be a little bit more. It has to be. It has to be more because it's the center. Okay.
How good this nana bread is.
You know how good that nana bread is.
Yeah.
Just shut up and go eat your bread. I got to see how good this nana bread is. You little shit. Making the same nana bread since he was a baby. He's going up there. I like it. Okay. Don't tell anybody I can actually make clusters. I hate making clusters. Shoosh. I just hate them. But, I can do them. Oh, good. Good. Michelle had a power outage yesterday. The whole damn mountain was down. And subsequently, the pump went out on her koi pond. Which I have photos of her playing around in, so that's blackmail. In the event she ticks me off. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I will. All right, we're gonna fussy cut this thing. I don't even know if I could fussy cut with small scissors because I do it so much with the big ones. Okay, not around because okay. Hey, Steppy G! All right. Now, this has to have flame. We know this. But the question is, do we want it to be like in your face orange flame, or something else? And I'm thinking we'll do it very subtly. I'm thinking very subtle. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll use like the Linka Stella kind of thing. Just so that when you move your head, a little bit, see? A little bit of glue. Whoa, that's a lot of bit of glue. I'm still trying to remember not to squeeze this bottle. And I forget every time. So I end up with crap. I got to go to Daiso. Do I? Yeah, I have to go to Daiso. That's all I got left. I got to go to Daiso. Supple goes with the rest, right? Okay. I don't know. It's more like a left side piece. Now, see, we already put the candle on, so we can't do that one. I don't know. I kind of like him. I'm not going to make him a tuck, though, because of the lace. If I make him a tuck, you run into that. Screw it. We're doing it. He's going to be a tuck. I don't know what we're putting in him, but we're going to make him a tuck. Maybe we'll put this frog in there. I don't know. I do have some more journaling cards that I need to cut out. I have some that are actually I've already run them through Desiron. Just haven't backed them. Let's go ahead and get this backed. Last night, Hubbard was so cute. Good girl. Good. Go for it, baby. Don't forget, Hubbard's going to be shopping at Ollie's for us. One, he's in Kansas. If they have anything. I understand that some Ollie's got stuff and some did not. So there are 3 Ollie's in Kansas and Wichita, and he's going to try and go to each one of them if he gets a chance before he comes home. And he's going to call me with the cell phone and the cam so that I can look and let's see if there's anything there we want. Yeah. All right. So. And Ollie's is like kind of like a Big Lots. I'm not going to put that on there because this is going to go into the tuck. Like that. It needs washi tape. So, yeah, so he's going to be doing some looking at Ollie's for us to see if there's anything good. Put this guy over here. Yeah, but we can't just put this down. We got to tear it up, you know. So he's going to be doing that. I'm hoping there's something at the Ollie's that's decent. I have found some decent stuff there in the past. I haven't been to Oklahoma or Kansas in a while. I'll get there again soon. I promise. A little bit of washi tape there. This other piece is going to go up here. Balance, symmetry. Artsy fartsy shit. That is crooked. Crooked. Let's see if we can get it up. That's what he said. We'll reglue it because now we've de-stickified sticky. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try to get it straight-ish, sort of. Okay, that's better. Straighter. Put the paw back on the glue. Well, I went to Ollie's a few years back, and I got those hot glue pens, and I got some paper pads for reasonable price. I got some really nice bath towels, too. Hey, Zena, what's up, girl? I think it needs something over here, too. I'm not quite sure what it is. And I'm not going to lose my mind because it could be, I'm just going to put a tab over there. So I'm good with this for the moment. For the moment, don't get all freaky deaky. We might come back to it. Now we have this one to deal with. So going right there. Now that's the thing I do need to remember when I'm doing these clusters. And it is the little piece, the only piece of advice that I can give you for clusters. Ink your parts before you glue them together. Seriously. Because if you ink them after, this whole side would not have ink. Oh, so you're leaving me now just because he's there. Hi, Courtney. Okay. I kind of like this little thing. I don't know why. And, you know, I'm going to glue it on here and just put it up there. It's just for looks. You know what I mean? Or maybe this one. I'm going to have to cut it straight, though. I can't. Why is everything a damn ticket? Why? Ask these designers stupid questions like that. Why can't you just make that? Why you got to make it look like a ticket? Just makes it difficult for us to cut it out. Arlene crammed some people in an envelope. Yay! I love when people get crammed into an envelope. It reminds me of how many people fit in an elevator thing. Which I used to think was funny when I was younger, but now that I'm old and fat, I start looking at people getting on the elevator going, are we hitting that weight limit yet? Okay, that's one fat ass too many. Get off. Get off. Everything's fun and games till that one last fat person gets on. See, like, it doesn't, I don't know. We're turning this damn thing into a cluster, aren't we? Pretty much. I hate that paper. Now it's coming off. Just pull it off. Okay. I don't like that paper. It's coming off. Yeah, now it's going to be a freaking cluster. Oh, man. Can two pieces be a cluster? Yes, of course they can. But I know. There's always some kind of creepy weirdo in there. Mini cluster. There. This. There. Oh, that's much better than I originally looked at. Okay. I like it. Glue this down. There, we actually got to use that thing. I didn't think we were going to use it, but we used it. That's my nope, not happening. Nope. People come up to my desk, nope. Unless it's Buggy. He comes up and goes, "Can I have another ice cream sandwich?" Of course you can, sweetheart. Go ahead, love. Go and eat more. Yes. That boy's spoiled. When I know he's coming, I run over to the store and I buy a box of ice cream sandwiches just so he has them. He likes them. And his Bima likes him. And yeah, he would be the guy standing on the side of the road. Will work for ice cream sandwich. Yeah, that's my bug. All right, we have a purple page. Purple page needs some love. Purple page needs some shit. Don't know what I'm putting here, but we're going to take a look at the purple page. And that's not going to be enough. Let's put a paper clip at the top. Or we can put it at the side. I like this one because it can go either way. We're going to put it at the side. Okay. So we paper clip. It's going to need a pocket. About there. Let's cut this down. There. Hold on. Somebody doesn't have a straight one. No. Oh, perfect. All right. Now I need a piece of black. There we go. Inking. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do I'm going to put some fancy corners on it. Yeah. Just some fancy ones. We'll make it look all fancy. No, you know what? Here's the thing. My grandkids have lived with me most of their lives. For a very long time. Like when they were babies, of course, you know, I watched them. And of course, mommy lived with me for a while. And then when they got to be a little bit bigger, she did go get her own place with her current husband. And this thing is an inch, I mean, inch and 3/4. And he's a truck driver. And at the time, he was doing long haul. And so she was home alone with the kids. Somebody stole, they broke into his car and they stole the garage door opener. And me and her dads decided that was no bueno, and she was moving her ass home. So she moved in with the kids, and her husband would be there, you know, when he was home. And when we moved out of there, it just made sense for us to maintain a single household because I had the kids so much while she was working and, you know, and her husband was on the road. So, we got a place out in Henderson that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bedrooms. And it was just, you know, it was enough for everybody. And so they lived with me out there for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. And then I moved up here. And even moving up here, they still spent like every weekend with me. So they've lived most of their lives with me in one capacity or another. And because of that, this is their house too, you know. It's Bima's house and it's their house. And so they are all allowed to come and go as they want. Last week, Shaylee was here for 4 days. And then Buggy was here over the weekend. Lily comes whenever she can. The problem with Lily being able to come up here is that she spends the weekends with her mom when her mom's in town. When her mom's not in town, she's here every weekend. But when her mother's here and wants to have something to do with her, she has to stay at her mom's house on the weekends. You know, there's more. Where's the rest of it? So apparently her mom's either moved out of town again or just doesn't want to deal with her this weekend. So her dad has her and he has to work, which means she's going to be here. Because she's at her auntie's house And Auntie's going to bring her over here so she can be with her cousins because they're all coming over here. So, yeah, they don't get jealous because they're all, they're all here. And, they are aware of the fact that Buggy's a little special. But, yeah, they come over whenever they want. They don't even have to call. They just show up, bring their friends, hang out, eat my popcorn and other foods, watch my TV. Because, Pop Pop's the cable man, so we have the best cable television in town. And so, yeah. So they come over, they hang out, and they can do that whenever they want. Need something. Let's see. Just a little something right there. This. There. Oh, so we're going to be at DEF CON 5 this weekend. This needs a little something. Hubbard's abandoning me on Tuesday. I'll be all alone. Forever and ever and ever. That's right. They can read a book. Oh, I don't know. Have human interaction. That's impressive, right? They never want to do that. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. And this one's going. Nope, this one. I want this one. Yes, hot glue and or foil. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I did put that belly band. 7, 8 pages left, so we're gonna have plenty of this to do next week. Remember, I'm gonna be here Wednesday and Thursday, but not Friday next week, because Friday I'm gonna be at the Ren Fair. I don't know if that adds or takes away. You'll have to think. Nope. Nope. See, sometimes you just have to try things and then go, nope, 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 nope. Yes. All right. That's going to be it for this. Oh, look at that. We have that so it pops out just a little bit. And so that'll be up and to the right. There we go. Okay. I still have more pieces that I need to make. So we're going to get those done. Just all kinds of stuff still to do. So let's see. All right. So here's where we're at. Today is Saturday. We have mixed media tonight. I will be here for that. This month's hashtag Projects 25 challenge is hot glue and foil. Now, it can be any kind of hot glue, okay? And it can be any kind of foil. Technically, foil can be foil tape, foil paper, foil. It can be this kind of foil, transfer foil. It could be duct tape, because that's technically foil. Yes, it's Friday. So, yeah, so tonight I'll be here with the craft with me. Tomorrow we have our mixed media. And then Sunday, we're going to have the game in the morning, and then we're going to have the sale at about 4 o'clock my time. That's 5, 6, and 7 across the country. Then Mike's out of here on Tuesday, and he'll be gone for 7 days. 6 days, actually. He'll be back on the 6th day. And that'll be the 12th when we're going to be doing the quarterly project. And that Monday, which is Columbus Day, is when that beginner's project free class is going to start. So all kinds of stuff. I will not be here on the 10th. Then that's next Friday, a week from today. I'm going to be at the Ren Fair. So I probably won't be doing the craft with me. We are going to do craft with me tonight. I don't remember what the hell we're doing. We're doing something. It's in the announcement. What else? I think that is everything. So hopefully I'm going to get stuff ready for the sale and actually have stuff to, present this week. I'm going to try and get some paper pulled and get some of that dyed paper in there. I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm going to try it because I got a lot of stuff to do. Well, that's just the lead tower of washing waiting for the cat, So I have updated as of the 1st of October. I updated the playlists and everything because we are currently actually posting all the way through January of 2026. So lots of stuff going on. as always. If you're new here and I haven't offended you yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because I'd like to offend you and I'd like you to be here when I do it. I don't really want to offend you. I just will. I know I will. We all know I will because that's what I do. I offend everybody. I don't know why. But at one point or another, everybody goes, oh, that was offensive. Yeah. If you want to stalk me digitally, you can do so by going down to the description box and clicking on that more button. It's going to tell you everything that goes on in my digital world. You'll have my schedule, my contact information, all that stuff. It's all there. Just go down and do that. And then you can cyber stalk me. It's fun. Michelle does it. So that's it. That's all I have. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye-bye.